Hello everyone, welcome back to my Eco Guru. Today we are going to learn about law of diminishing marginal utility. As you all can see here, the definition says the law of diminishing marginal utility states that as a person consumes more and more units of a commodity, the additional satisfaction or the marginal utility derived from each additional unit starts decreasing, provided other factors remain constant. Now let us understand it in a simple language. Let us suppose I am consuming a pizza. So when I consume the very first slice of the pizza, I enjoy it a lot. I derive the maximum satisfaction out of that slice. Now, when I take the extra slice, then the satisfaction derived is still better, but it is less than what I derived from the very first unit. Because जब हम कोई पहली यूनिट कंज्यूम करते हैं द सेटिस्फैक्शन दैट वी डिराइव फ्रॉम दैट यूनिट इज द मैक्सिमम और उसके बाद जैसे ही हम एक कंसेक्यूटिव यूनिट उसकी कंज्यूम करते हैं हमें सेटिस्फैक्शन तो मिलती है बट जो पहली वाली यूनिट से कम होती है उतनी मिलती है. Now, as I keep on consuming one extra slice of pizza every time, my utility or the satisfaction that I derive from that extra unit will keep on decreasing. Because आपने भी नोटिस किया होगा if you are consuming the same thing again and again, तो जितनी satisfaction आपको first unit में मिलती है उतनी आपको successive units में नहीं मिलती, उससे कम मिलती है. And when at certain point जब आपका पेट भर जाता है और you are full, then you don't want to consume any further unit of that particular commodity. So इसी को हम बोलते हैं law of diminishing marginal utility. Now let's understand a little more, let's go into a little more depth of this concept by using one more example. Let's see. So when I talk about law of diminishing marginal utility in case of, let's say, an ice cream, okay, so when I consume the very first unit of ice cream I get a utility of 10 utils. So utils is basically an imaginary measure which we have considered to measure the utility or satisfaction of a person. अब यूटिलिटी या सेटिस्फैक्शन दिस इज नॉट अ क्वांटिफाइबल थिंग, राइट. सो हम इसको जस्ट एक रिप्रेजेंटेशन देने के लिए दैट इफ आई हैव टू मेजर इट इन सम टर्म्स आई एम यूजिंग अ पर्टिकुलर मेजर विच इज यूटिल्स. So if I say the first unit of ice cream gives me 10 utils of satisfaction, so that means the marginal utility or the extra utility will be 10 only because it's the very first unit. अगर इससे पहले की situation देखी जाए, so it will be a situation of zero consumption. जब मैंने आइसक्रीम कंज्यूम की ही नहीं. सो इफ आई हैव नॉट कंज्यूम्ड एनीथिंग so my total utility will be zero only, right? So that is why when I talk about one unit, that means that extra unit is giving me the satisfaction of 10 utils. So marginal word itself means additional or extra, the utility or satisfaction that you derive from that extra unit that you consume. Now talking about the second unit, when I consume the second unit of ice cream, now my total utility is 18. Why 18? 10 utils I derived from the first one and now 8 utils I am getting from that extra unit. So total utility is 10 plus 8, 18, but my extra utility for that particular extra unit is just 8, right? Now as I keep on consuming more and more ice cream, you will observe that my marginal utility, that is the additional utility from that extra unit, is every time lesser than the previous unit. So now I am getting only 6 utils of satisfaction and then I am getting 4, 2 and ultimately 0. There will be a saturation point. I will reach a point where an extra ice cream is not at all giving me any satisfaction. I am full with it. I have no will to consume any further. Okay, now that is known as a situation of zero marginal utility where I am not getting any satisfaction. Now what about negative utility? When I talk about this negative marginal utility, what does that exactly mean? Now, sometimes what happens is an extra unit can cause discomfort also. Like, for example, I gave you the example of pizza. So, I'm eating every other slice and I'm getting a satisfaction lower than the previous one. But there will be a point where eating an extra slice might cause me a discomfort. Okay, maybe my tummy gets upset. So, that is a situation of negative utility. So as I talk about diminishing utility with every extra unit consumed, this is known as diminishing marginal utility. Okay, now we can also see how we can plot it on a graph and how it looks like. So here you can see the diagrammatic expression of the same situation that I just told you, the ice cream situation. You can just go through this and then you can also go through this particular diagram, which is nothing but we have just plotted the marginal utilities and the units consumed on the same graph, where the units of commodity consumed is given on the x-axis and the marginal utility derived from every unit is shown on the y-axis. Okay. Now, while studying this particular law, we have various assumptions that we make. Let us understand what are these assumptions. So, the very first assumption is that the commodity is homogeneous. What does it mean when I say the commodity is homogeneous? Homogeneous means the commodity or the product that I am using should be identical. If I am eating the pizza slice, then it should be the same pizza slice that I am going to consume next. If it is a variant, then the law of diminishing marginal utility will not work. Okay, so the units that we are consuming should be exactly same. Now, then they say consumer is rational. What does it mean when they say consumer is rational? So, consumer is rational means he or she has the capability to understand what is right, what is wrong, and he or she has a capability to understand what they are liking and not liking. So, a rational consumer is a consumer who can make decisions on their own. Okay. Now, income remains constant. If we say that the income of a consumer is fixed, it is not changing, then the capability to buy successive units will remain same. So, this law will always hold true if the income is fixed. There is no way where we are increasing or decreasing the income of the consumer. So, we are assuming it to be just the same. Now, when they say prices of the commodity remain constant, what does it mean? Why we have to assume that prices have to remain constant? See, if the price of a particular commodity is increasing, so I might not buy that because maybe I am not capable of buying that now. But if the price is going down, then I might be able to purchase more of that commodity and I will actually buy more of it because now my purchasing power is more. Okay, so price of the commodity, if it is changing, then my purchasing patterns also change. That is why we are assuming here that no, there is no change in the prices, only then this law will work perfectly. Now they say there is one more assumption that we make while doing this law of diminishing marginal utility, which is that you are consuming that particular commodity right one after the other. There is no gap. It's not like today I am consuming an ice cream and then I am consuming an ice cream tomorrow. No, it should be a continuous consumption, because ice cream, if I am having today, I can still have it the another day because I like ice cream. So there is a time gap. So there should not be a time gap between the successive consumption. So that is one more assumption that comes under this law. Next, if I talk about this particular law, there are certain exceptions to it as well. Now, what are these exceptions? Let us understand. When I say exceptions of the law, exceptions means situations where this law will not work. That is referred to as exception. Now just think yourself. Suppose there is a person who is having an addiction for smoking. Okay, so this law will not work over there, because every successive unit of a cigarette will give even more satisfaction to that person, because there is an addiction for that particular commodity. So one exception is that the product that we are consuming should not be an addictive product. Then there is one more exception, that it should not be a habitual thing. Like for example, some person is in a habit of doing something like having coffee, tea, like that, same as I just told you for smoking. So if there is a habitual commodity, then again the person is going to derive more satisfaction, so the law will not work over there as well. Now if the consumption is done for increasing a particular skill or knowledge, suppose you are learning the same thing again and again just to understand it even better, then this law would not work. Why? Because suppose you are learning a particular skill, you liked it, you found it really interesting, and you want to learn it one more time, then you will get even more utility from the next time that you learn that skill. So in that case also, this law is not going to work. So these are majorly some of the exceptions. Now there is one more exception, which is luxury goods. Now हमारे पास कितने भी लग्जरी प्रोडक्ट्स हों, जो भी कार हो, बट एवरी टाइम अगर मुझे उसी कार की मल्टीपल यूनिट्स भी बाय करनी है, आई विल ऑलवेज बी रेडी फॉर इट, राइट? सो लग्जरी गुड्स के केस में, if you are having one particular unit of a commodity, still if you are able to buy the second one, you will buy, it will give you more satisfaction that I am able to buy more of this good. Like gold is a luxury item. If I am purchasing gold, so if I am able to purchase more gold, I will do that. That will not reduce my satisfaction, rather I will be even more satisfied. So in this case also, the marginal utility law will not work, right? So these are a few exceptions. I hope I was able to make you understand what exactly this law is all about, and I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and share to your friends. Also follow my Eco Guru for more such videos. Thank you.